Let me explain this example. Choose a parent with children under age 18 in the United States at random and ask how many nights a week out of 7 does your family eat dinner together at home. Call the response x. First, understand x random variable is continuous or discrete. How do we decide it? What are the x values? 0, 1, 2 up to 7. Only whole numbers. Therefore, x is a discrete random variable. We have corresponding probability. That means we have here discrete probability model. Now go to the first one. Is this a valid finite probability model? How do we check? We use a probability rule. Which one? Probability of the sample space is 1. Here x values 0 to 7. So we need to find the corresponding probabilities and add them together. Corresponding probabilities are given, so summation of these probabilities is 1. Therefore, yes, this is a legitimate finite probability model. If this is not 1, then no, this is not a legitimate finite probability model. Now go to the second. Describe the events. First, x less than 3. What is the x? Number of nights a family eat dinner together. Therefore, we can write the event x less than 3 is eat dinner together less than 3 days. How do we find the probability of x less than 3? It is equal probability of x less than or equal to. This is true because x is a discrete random variable. This is not true for the continuous random variable. Then what are the x values? x 0, 1, 2. We know the probabilities and add them together. So answer is 0.12. Go to the next one. X greater than 3. How do we write this as an event? It is eat dinner together more than 3 days. How do we find the probability? Probability of x greater than 3 equal probability of x greater than equal 4. Again, this is true because x is a discrete random variable. Now what are the x values? 4, 5, 6, 7. We know the probabilities. Add them together. That is 0.8. That is the probability of eat dinner together more than 3 days. The next one. X less than or equal 3. How do we write this in words? It is eat dinner together at most 3 days. How do we find the probability? Probability of x less than or equal 3, the sum of the probability of x values. Here x values are 0, 1, 2, 3. We know probabilities. Add them together. Answer is 0.2. Now go to the third one. Express the event eat dinner together at home at least once a week. That means x greater than equal 1. How do we find the probability? Probability of x greater than equal 1, all the x values from 1 to 7, but not 0. You can add this probability. But how do we apply the complement rule for this case? I explained the complement rule in the previous video. Here x greater than equal 1, therefore we can write 1 minus probability of x less than 1. Then we can write 1 minus probability x less than or equal 0. This is true because x is a discrete random variable. What are the x values less than or equal 0? In our case, only x equals 0. So 1 minus probability of x equals 0. We know the probability and subtract from 1, that is 0.95.